let's bring it back to the students. We've talked about the excitement that you all had and some administration has had. What have you been hearing on campus from students? Are you starting to hear stories, getting feedback about the tangible difference this is making kind of on their academic path and their future aspirations? Are you starting to hear those stories from students?
Our students are excited. Malcolm X students tend to drive towards these supports that we provide because they need them, right? They're first generation. They, come from diverse backgrounds. Sometimes, 85% of my students have financial aid. And so they really need those supports and those structures, and they need that help. And I'm sure that you're going to see some explosive growth coming in those numbers because they're going to be taking advantage of that in the summer and in the fall sessions that we have coming up in June. So I'm really excited about it. I talk to the students all the time. We walk through and make sure that they're aware of everything that's going on. We have a number of different communication vehicles that we use to get that information out. And they're going to be running to it because this is all about them. And it's as I said, it's removing those barriers. It's giving them an opportunity to show, and they love to showcase that they're great. That people say, yeah, you went to a community college, and they say, yeah, okay, I'll show you. And, I love that because, the students are saying that we believe in ourselves because, we believe in them. And I think that's a component that comes out, and I'm looking forward to it.
Great.
I'll pick up. I think for us too, our students are incredibly grateful. They're incredibly motivated now. I think in a political climate where there's this damper and this shadow that's being cast over higher education right now, it's making our students re-believe in the value of a higher education degree and not only believe in the value, but know that there are people and there are supports and resources out there that will help them get to that next level. Specifically, I was talking to a student that's really interested in going to law school and knowing now that she can practice for the LSAT. She can take that class to really prepare and really make law school a reality for herself, or, students that are aspiring nurses that, are taking the NCLEX or want to take the NCLEX. So it's really been a game changer for us. It really has removed some of those barriers we've been talking about. But again, it's also just reinforced that higher education or having a degree can lead to better employment outcomes. And especially when you have supportive resources in place, despite, what society is saying about higher education right now. And so again, you have college students that have graduated and they struggle through that first post-grad year of trying to find a job or trying to get in grad school, and they have those barriers that limits their ability to be able to do either or. Knowing that these resources are at our students' fingertips and knowing that, we just got to nudge them and put it before them for them to take advantage of it is incredible. Just thinking about those numbers for us with Chicago State, we have over 45 students that have enrolled in 69 different courses. And so that's huge for us. That's saving our students over $80,000 collectively, right? Imagine a rent payment or imagine having to pay tuition for a semester. That really is saving our students a ton of money. And so our students are incredibly grateful and they are motivated to take advantage of these resources.
Yeah, in our case, by the way, one of our student workers, her office was right outside mine. She was taking a course, and I was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And she was doing one of the courses. So that was very interesting. That I never thought we'd hear about it. It just happened. So I found that very interesting. And I think besides the tests, preps, I think our students really like the idea of certifications, of getting all these degrees. For example, the one in project management is huge among our students. And I think it's because our students are realizing that getting the first job is not going to be that easy. This year in particular, this year is going to be a difficult market for many of our students. So the fact that they can learn a bit more before they graduate or 1 year before they graduate, that will give them a leg up compared to other students that are out there in the marketplace. And if you go to LinkedIn and look at UIS, you can see students taking I just finished this certificate, or I'm doing this other certificate. So they're writing about it. So you can see that they're using it to leverage their opportunities whenever they're about to go to the workforce.